All right, Grand Training Systems, welcome back. Office Max Monday, and today, Chris, we're gonna go over the difference, if you will, between wrist stretches and wrist mobility exercises, and when I like to switch between the two. But I would say even more importantly, even though I'm the physio, you're the one working in front of the computer all day. So I think it's more important for you to explain to me when you like to use them, and I think that people will probably resonate with that more because you're the one in front of the computer.
Yeah, so usually how I do it is the stretches. I do it in between, just throughout the day. And the roll I use in the morning and also in the evening.
Okay. And what is the difference you find between the stretches and also the doing the mobility exercise?
Yeah, so the stretch would be more to release it quick in between, just throughout the work. And the roll is rather a bit of a, like, how would I say, a workout?
Okay,
yeah,
like a massage almost.
A massage,
yeah,
exactly,
okay, cool,
massage.
perfect. Okay, now if you guys don't have this roll, this is a small foam roll. This is specifically from a company in Germany called Black Roll. I can put the link below, but if you're not in Germany, the Amazon link is a bit pointless, so you can find something similar, or what we can often use is a tennis ball or a lacrosse ball. The roll, I think, is nicer because it won't slip out, and it feels much better, actually. But if you don't have one, something is better than nothing, and a lacrosse ball is okay. I prefer a tennis ball because that air makes it softer, yes, but also that makes it more forming to your forearm versus the lacrosse ball that's always just very hard.
Yeah, I like that one a lot.
All right, so Chris has been prepped with what we want her to do. So we're gonna go ahead and start with the first exercise. And what it is gonna be really just to kind of try to loosen up the forearm muscles, because what we notice is throughout the day, because our forearm holds so much tension, a lot of times at the beginning, you don't even really feel anything. It almost just feels like a hard rock, and we've got to get those muscles to relax. You can focus more on the wrist. You can go into the belly of the muscle. One of my favorite positions is as they're going, I like to have them turn their arm just a little bit kind of outwards. So the roll is kind of on the edge of that outside arm bone, if you will, for lack of scientific terms, and into that muscle, because that often won't hurt at the beginning, but once that muscle starts to relax, that seems to be quite a painful spot, and a spot that causes a lot of issues, especially within the carpal tunnel, in the typing too much, and having our wrist not in that neutral position when we're working. These are the muscles that can catch on fire during that. So the second one, Chris, is why don't you go ahead and go into your tricep here. So we're lucky enough to have a standing desk, so in this case you can very easily just increase the height of her desk. And in this one, actually, Chris, why don't you go ahead and lengthen your arm on the desk, just like this. And if you can, one of the best ways to do this is also see if you can rest your hand on the desk, because then we know that the tricep is completely relaxed and it's not acting as a stabilizer for your arm. And from here, what you can do is you can also begin to rotate your arm in different positions. So the roll focuses on different parts of that tricep muscle, and really search for a spot that's maybe a bit painful for you, that might be a little bit higher, it might be a bit lower, and pay attention to those spots, because when you find one, most likely that is the area that's causing a lot of the pain, believe it or not, in your forearm and wrist.
Actually, everything hurts.
Okay, perfect. And the last position is going to actually be fantastic for tennis elbow and a lot of the carpal tunnel-ish injuries, if you will, that we can get. And this one's a bit funny. You got to be a bit coordinated on that one. So Chris, that's cool if you want to go ahead and switch hands. And what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to get over that area right in here on our arm. And sometimes that's a bit tricky at first, but once you get a little bit of practice, you definitely get better at it. This one is a bit annoying with the tennis ball because it likes to shoot out sometimes, but this one can be very interesting because a lot of people have a lot of pain right in that area. Are you able to get that?
I need to go a bit higher, actually.
Okay, yeah, so like we said, sometimes this is going to take a little bit of practice, but this one, once you get good at it, you will, exactly, you will really realize that once you get over that elbow joint, if you will, that you can really find a spot that's quite painful. And actually, this is the spot exactly of tennis elbow. So any of you office players out there that have tennis elbow, then there you go. This is a fantastic one to do, not only in the office, but before and after you play. All right, guys, as always, Chris, thank you very much. Guys, every single Monday, we've got Office Max Monday. I've got Tennis Tuesday, Functional Friday, and auf Deutsch, Functional Freitag. So those are all my videos, and I'm going live, I always get this wrong, with a mobility course online. Let's see, Monday at 18:30, so 6:30, that's German time, and a live webinars with Ask Me Anything and question and answers on Thursday at 6. So again, that's both German time, so that's 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And Chris, thank you very much. As always, I'd love to get a shout out to Mammut Design. So again, it's Mammut is mammoth in German. So MAMMUT minus design.de, and punkt means dot, yeah? So check out the website, stay in touch, hit that damn subscribe button, the bell, everything. We're all over the place, guys. Follow us, and we will see you next week.